Hey everybody! Oh wow, just had a little blip with technology there. For some reason, the broadcast failed when we first started. So hopefully you are all there now. So if someone can just give me a little thumbs up, that would give me a great indication that you guys are there. Brilliant. So just waiting to see people arriving. I'm just going to call on. Brilliant. I see that we have got some people from Ireland joining us, which is fantastic. Brilliant. So we're all systems go. Welcome everybody. Welcome to iSpace Wellbeing, where we bring learning about mental health and well-being from the classroom into the home so we can deliver to you remotely while we are all in our homes at the moment. So at iSpace, we know that this is where we learn how to live life well, how we learn how to look after our thoughts and our feelings and our worries too. And not just how to learn how to manage them, but to learn how to talk about these things as well with other people. Now, this morning I woke up and I wrote a little poem for all of you children out there today, because sometimes it's really good to get creative and to write our feelings down. And this morning, this is what I wrote for you. Now, we've heard about coronavirus and why we're not at school. This coronavirus really just is not a cool dude. So, it's really boring and annoying, and it sends feelings up and down. And I found it niggling me this morning when I saw this funny frown. Now, it's okay to have these feelings, and you may have them too. But we can make them better when we know just what to do. Now, if you've been following us over the last few weeks, you do know what to do when you're feeling up and down, and when you're just feeling like you don't know what you're feeling sometimes, but you just know it doesn't feel right. And it's really good to be able to talk about these things. But when we're doing iSpace, we also know we've got lots of clever words that we can use too. And one of them is niggle, which is our little worries. And the other one is a stressor, which is a great big worry. And you have been learning how to sort these things out with actions. And one of them is to flick, another is to swat, another is to stomp, and we might even shoo them away as well. So this morning, I want you to get started with using all of these action words so that we can sort our niggles and our stressors out. But what you're also going to do while you're moving is you're going to shout out what your niggles or your stressors are. Or you might like to sing them out, or even rap them as well if you want to. And by doing this, by naming our niggles and our stressors, we tame them and we send them on their way. Okay, so let's do it together. We might want to start stomping. So everybody get stomping. Okay, get your body moving. And maybe you're flicking at the same time. Maybe there's a little niggle on your shoulder and you just want to flick it away. Okay, and you can bring in your swatting if you want to stop and clap at the same time. Okay, so I might be thinking, if I want to name and tame my niggles or my stressors, I might say, I miss my friends. You might say that too, or you might have another one. Or I might say, I'm tired learning online. Or I might say, I miss my teachers at school. So I hope you're stomping and you're swatting, and maybe you're shooing as well at the same time. And there might be things you might just want to sort out later, and you can write them down and put them in your niggle jar that we talked about before. And we're stomping away at those great big stressors, and you're shouting them out. I'm trying to hear them. Keep shouting or singing or rapping a little song as you go. And then at the end, I want you to give it a big shake, because we want to shake our stressors and our niggles free, because now nice and calm is what we'll be. And we bring it nice and down slowly with a nice big breath in through our nose And then fill our belly like the balloon, blowing out through our mouth. We're now going to bring in a bit of iSpace. And we all know what that is. It's when we think, I stop. So stop what we're doing. Let that body settle down. Pause. Take our deep breath in through our nose. Feel that belly fill like a balloon. Slowly out through our mouth and nice and long. Empty the balloon. Turn our hands over and we calm everything down. One more time. Brilliant. You're doing great, everybody. So I stop. Pause. Take my deep breath in through my nose. Slowly out through my mouth. Empty the belly. Turn the hands over and calm everything. Brilliant. Well done. You've done a great job at sorting all those niggles and stressors out. I hope you've named lots of them, tamed them down and sent them on their way. Brilliant. So now we're time for our story today. And our story today is called Hot and Cold. And it's about one of our little characters from the iSpace galaxy where they live on the planet Wellbeing. And today our story is about Niam and how she felt unwell one day. And let's have a listen to her story and see how she sorted things out. Okay, so here we go. Niam woke with a sore throat and rosy cheeks. I don't feel well, she croaked to her mother when she saw her for her breakfast. I'm cold, then hot, and I think I need to shake a lot. Ooh. Oh dear, her mother said with a sigh. Let's have a look at her. Oh dear. Oh dear, her mother said with a sigh. It looks like your temperature is high. Donnacan, her friend, was worried when he didn't see Niam all day, so he stopped by her house to see she was okay. Now today, we can't stop by people's houses, can we? Not at the moment anyway, but we will be able to do that soon. So let's think about what it would be like today. So now this is not the same today. We have to just do it another way. Our friends can call us on the phone, or they can even Zoom into our homes. So there's always another way to see our friends and talk to them. What happened, Niam? He said with a frown. I had a temperature that wouldn't come down. Mum gave me medicine that didn't do the trick, and all day long I just felt sick. The doctor checked me out from my head to my toes. I'll give you the tips. So here it goes. So here's the tips that the doctor gave Niam when she wasn't feeling well. He peered inside my ears and said, you must make sure they don't get red. As he looked inside my ear, it began to tickle, and I gave out a little giggle because it was quite tickly. A cotton bud you must not use. No cotton buds in your ears. It's just soap and water is what you choose. Inside my nose he shone a torch, and on his head, that's her having her ears looked at, and over here he's having a look up her nose. So inside my nose he shone a torch, and on his head I saw a wart. My nose it lit up like a light. He said no bogies were in sight. Then he told me what to do in order to prevent the flu. Don't cough and sneeze straight in the air. You see, this just is not fair. Into your elbow, not your hands. So into your elbow, achoo, not your hands. But use a tissue if you can. Catch it, achoo. Kill it, squash it, and bin it too. This is what you need to do. Then he talked about some food. He really was a clever dude. An orange and a few strawberries will leave you feeling strong and merry. A boost you'll get from their vitamin C, leaving you healthy, just like me. My eyes, he said, were shiny and bright. His eyebrows were a funny sight. Eat some carrots, they have vitamin A that keeps eyes healthy every day. Like a frog, I gave a croak when he peered inside my throat. Aha, he said, your throat is red. Just open wide. I like a frog, I gave a croak when he peered inside my throat. Aha, he said, your throat is sore. Just open wide a little more. So let's have a look and see what's happening here. Open wide a little more. Very good. Swollen lumps with white spots. Tonsillitis is what you've got. What you need to get better quick is the right medicine to do the trick. Now for a tip on hygiene. It's good to feel nice and clean. You'll notice you feel hot and cold, or cold and hot, and you'll begin to sweat a lot. Take a shower when you sweat and change your clothes. That's what's best. So, I hope you're all really good at home at the moment, having your showers and changing your clothes, because when we're at home, we can sometimes forget to get out of our pajamas. So I hope you are not staying in your pajamas and you're getting changed every day and having a good wash, because it can make you feel nice and clean, and it can also make you feel really happy too. So, what's next for Niam? An ice lolly will be soothing and sweet, so don't forget to brush your teeth. So an ice lolly would be really nice for her sore throat, but because it's sweet, you must not forget to brush your teeth. Brush them in the night and day. This is how you'll fight decay. Top and bottom, front and back, and every time you have a snack. Then with some soap, he washed his hands. Now, we've all been really good at washing our hands lately, haven't we? And we know how to do it too. And we sing happy birthday as we're washing our hands, because we need to do it for at least 20 seconds when we wash our hands, because that way we'll make them nice and clean. And this isn't really new, because we should have always been washing our hands anyway, because that's a really good way to keep us healthy. So then with some soap he washed his hands, and I could see he had more plans. He patted me on the head and said, "Get back home and straight to bed. Tonsillitis you can beat. Just make sure you get some sleep. Lots of water and you're 5 a day. 5 fruit and vegetables a day. This will keep you healthy in every way. Now take a breath." Ooh, he's talking about iSpace here. Take a breath. That's like iSpace, isn't it? So now take a breath and don't you worry. You'll be feeling better in a hurry. When I got home, I went to bed and I did just what the doctor said. Now I don't feel so sick and sore. I'm feeling better more and more, as long as I stay nice and cool. Tomorrow, I'll be ready for school. So I know we can't go back to school just yet, but if we look after ourselves really well, we'll be ready for school at home, which can be exciting and fun too, if we can make things fun when we're learning. Now today, I want to make some things fun for you too. And I want you to think about Niam's lovely story, because it finishes really happy with Niam and Duncan having a nice ice lolly together. And as I said, I know we can't have our friends at home at the moment, but you could do this on Zoom or on FaceTime together so that you can see each other and still look after each other and have fun together. But there's other things that you can do at home right now to learn from Niam's story and how she learned how to look after herself and keep really fit and well. So what I'd like you to do today is to have some fun with whoever is at home with you. and you're going to have a look in your fridge today and see if you can find some of the things that Niam talked about in the story, that the doctor told her would look after her body and her mind. So I had a look in my fridge today, and I want to show you some of the things that I found. So I found some blueberries, and blueberries keep your tummy nice and happy. And if your tummy is nice and happy, your mind and your brain is too. So blueberries, nice blueberries I found. I also found some orange juice. And orange juice is full of that vitamin C that the doctor was talking about that can help you keep colds away. I also found some milk. And this is really good for healthy bones. And I couldn't find my strawberries, but I knew I had strawberries, and the doctor mentioned them in Niam's story. And strawberries are full of vitamin C. And I looked and I looked and I looked, and eventually I found where they went. My daughter loves to make smoothies, and she makes smoothies every morning for her breakfast. And what she did was she used my strawberries. I think the evidence is there because this is nice and pinky red. And she mixed it with her blueberries and some bananas. And bananas are really good for giving us energy all day long while we are working at home. So that is her smoothie: blueberries, strawberries, bananas, and a little bit of milk. The other things I found was broccoli tips. Now I know lots of people think broccoli is a bit meh, but guess what? Broccoli really helps our tummies to feel happy. And if our tummies are happy, our brains are too. And the doctor mentioned carrots to Niam. He said they would help keep her eyes really healthy, and that's vitamin A in our carrots. And I also found some lettuce, which again is really good for keeping my tummy nice and happy and well. And the other things I found hiding in there were, you can find, I'm sure you can find these in your fridge too, was some yummy cheese and an egg. And there is lots of protein in these foods and calcium as well in our cheese, which helps our bodies to repair themselves and to have healthy bones. And then of course, if you don't have orange juice, you can have an orange to have some vitamin C too. So what I want you to do is to have a look in your fridge today. Find how many things that you can find in there that are full of vitamins and minerals like iron, which makes us very strong, like Popeye. So have a look in your fridge today and see what you can find. And then practice your iSpace activity to keep your body and your mind nice and calm as we go into the weekend. So let's do our iSpace together before we finish with an I. Stop. Pause. Take a deep breath in through our nose and slowly out through our mouth. Turn our hands over and calm everything. Great, everybody. Well done. I'd like to give you a big virtual high five because you've done a great job. Have a lovely weekend and see you next week.